All right, this is Brandon from Noob Alert, talking to
Mike Madden,
which I love Madden as well.
So do I.
And we're talking about Faxion,
Yes,
correct?
Faxion.
Faxion, my bad.
No worries.
No.
No worries. I hear both, and both are okay. As long as you know the name and you know the spelling, you can find it on the web, and that's a good thing. So,
All right, excellent.
yeah.
So right now we're looking at, say, an RPG.
It is. It's a persistent world online RPG, free to download, free to play, using a microtransaction model of time versus money.
Okay.
So being that it's a PvP-focused game with territory control, we really didn't want players to feel that you could buy a victory. That's really important to us. I will not allow that to happen. So what we have is a system that if it's available in the game world, you can buy it through the store and not have to grind it. So we're trying to alleviate the burden that MMOs really put on players of you can play this game and only this game.
Yeah.
Where we're now taking the approach more of a console where console gamers play 5-6 games a week and they can keep up and they can maintain a competitive edge. So we do things like offline advancement. Our leveling curve is relatively quick because we want to get you invested in the character and out there fighting the other players. So it's it's been a lot of fun.
Okay, but in Faxion, do we get a great sense of accomplishment if you were to stay on?
Oh, absolutely. No, there's definitely benefit. You're going to improve your skill in PvP. You're going to have a deeper understanding of the game, whether it's you're studying it on a website or actually in the game playing and noodling with numbers. The more you play, obviously, the better you become at any game. You know, practice makes perfect.
True, very true.
Yeah.
And also, I see you can customize a lot of things. You threw the word trillion out. Is that real?
That is actually mathematically a real number. We try to, because we allocate stat points and ability points with each level, the possible combinations are just ridiculous. But players are having a lot of good time right now. It's almost like chess where you could morph and transform the pieces in the middle of the match because they're respecing and changing what they're doing, where they're applying their skill points. And then we also have systems with the resistances where if you get your resistance high enough, someone hits you with fire, the fire will heal you.
Oh, nice.
So it's almost reverses the idea, and they need to be able to then adapt and go, okay, my fireball just healed them, let me call on another element in order to bring that to bear and see and find the weak spots of your opponent. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I can tell, you're a creator, developer.
I was the creative developer for the project. Yeah.
Excellent. So you've been very involved in Faxion.
Yes, from
and
the
other
beginning.
games from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Is this one of your many?
Yeah, I think at this time 8 or 9 games as a designer. I started at Oddworld as my design career.
Oh, really?
Yeah, working with Lauren and Sherry McKenna on Abe's Odyssey, Abe's Exodus.
Yeah, I played those on PlayStation.
Absolutely, it's still some of my favorite games. Love that universe. The characters were quirky. It was a lot of fun. But I started in QA at Sega back in 1990, 91. So yeah, I've been around for a while, but if you have a passion for something, it's not work. You really enjoy going to work every day and the challenges it present. My worst day is better than the best day of somebody who does construction, in my opinion, because it's what I love to do. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more. So with Faxion.
Sure. It's
So right now, like as you're going through and everything.
Yeah.
You said you're fighting other people, but is that the key? Is there a story behind it, such like that?
There is. Basically, what's happening is heaven and hell are fighting over the 7 deadly sins that have manifested themselves as these zones. So what we're looking at here, this is representing greed.
Okay.
So it's a canyon that's being mined for all of its minerals as you go to the various parts.
Yeah.
And then the control point players actually fight over is like this massive Scrooge McDuck kind of vault, right? Where there's so much being poured into it that it's actually spewing out in tunnels down below and re-merging itself back out. So it's like creating this perpetual collection of gold without really gaining additional wealth because it's grabbing what he's already grabbed once before. So yeah, every zone kind of has its own little story of each sin: lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, and representing those areas very well. So,
I love the movie Seven, by the way. This is very cool that you're catering to that kind of deep philosophical.
We are. At the same time, though, because religion is something that's a touchy subject in games, we're taking kind of the Family Guy approach. Make fun of everybody equally, so no one can say we're picking on them. We're not going to say that any one religion is better than the other. It's not like that. We actually say everybody got it wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why you end up here in limbo. You know, congratulations, you've died. We've been waiting for it. So,
excellent. Now,
so we have a good time with that.
When you say Family Guy thing, are there also comedic elements?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even in the way the characters move around and some of the animations.
Yeah.
If you don't have wings and you try to glide, your character's flapping their arms. You know, so it's little things like that. The quest content, the names of people. even some of our load screens have like griefer tips or holy hints, like never take communion with an animal cracker. You know, little silly stuff like that. Letting the personality of the team really come through in the product. We only have 23 people, and we built this product in 15 months.
Wow.
Very, very aggressive for a persistent world game, but the team really did a lot of heavy lifting and was able to achieve quite a bit through the process. And
So where can we find this awesome game? Where can we find Faxion?
Faxion Online, Faxion, online.com. Like I said, it's free to download, free to play, and it's a time versus money microtransaction model. So
excellent.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. This is Mike Madden from Faxion, living in Boston.
Austin,
Texas.
Texas.
Oh, they said Boston.
No, Austin,
oh,
Texas.
I was gonna say we could drive up there, but no, there's no way.
No, it's better to come on down to Austin. Whoa, heads up.
You want to do a limbo? Here you go, buddy.
Sorry about that.
Brandon from Noob Alert saying goodbye. Thank you for your time.
Talk about Noob Alert.
Yeah. Watch out.
That's right.
Mike.